Amazingly scaling team composition, you're always going to have a window back into the game, right? You have Ezreal, which is one of the strongest teamfight AD carries. Orianna is always solid, even though in the meta right now she's not the best. You have an immobile AD carry on the other side, without any, probably him. And, this is
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if that goes very well for Destroy, actually.
No, it doesn't.
Because level 1 Gangplank
is just dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a roughie. However, it is Grasp into Conqueror, so at least Destroy gets a bit of Conqueror value. And they are even on health, so there we go. I'll try my best to become...
let the wave shove back into him, because really need to respect...
Oh, no. Well, I think Destroy's dead, ladies and gentlemen. That is not exactly how you want things to go in your first game, but Keen really asserting his dominance. Gangplank gets to have a free laning phase and just gets to build all of his really fun items and have a great time. And yeah, Destroy's... I mean, it's 2 more bullets and he dies. As there's the flash forward, passage there. Destroy's going to flash for fun, and Keen is going to get a solo kill under the turret.
I know he's going to get a POG.
What do you do? Well, you can't
at this
gank
point,
losing lane that hard, right?
Because at this point, if you get counter-ganked, you lose the game.
Yeah.
Or if it's Keen, so maybe he finds a 1v2 outplay. You don't know that DRX was in the clock and like, oh, they have this lane pressure. But that's, yeah, it's not really there. You need to skirm as well.
Indeed. Well, Destroy is looking to try and get himself back something. Pops the dominance.
You can deal really. You win the early game, the first couple of levels. But then ideally, the Renekton obviously doesn't die, you know, picks up Tabi. It's an Ezreal and Orianna. And
a Karma. I mean, the only thing that doesn't ultra scale is the Udyr, but Udyr has Orianna and Karma to augment him in the later stage. And we're seeing the power here as the Gangplank's there with the Cannon Barrage. There's a Shockwave. Keen's also just going to follow on through. Flies gifted over the kill because Keen likes to share the wealth, and Destroy was walking down the river. Absolutely whatever they want. This is actually, right now, this is the biggest stump that we've seen so far. Heading towards, and Titanic Hydra. It's just, it feels like every item that helps you hit stuff is just really good. Shockwave going to land onto Pyosik here, who's just burning down. Dread actually respecting Becca's rotation, though, a lot.
On bot lane. Teleport is available, though.
Yep, Serpent's Fang also completed now as Kingan's going to dive on in. Facebreaker onto Dread, who's just going to get some boots there, but there's the 2-man Shockwave. Cannon Barrage going to land. Pyosik immediately exhausted as the True Shot Barrage is going to sail by majestically.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah. And
I feel like
we're at Soul Point now as well.
I feel like this is where we do actually pivot back into the Korean lesson conversation. I feel like that's the most...
No. This is where we start talking about perfect game.
And
making sure that Afreeca hold on to the perfect game. So if anyone dies, if they lose a Herald, they lose a turret. No, I'm saying that in a team fight, they may not perfectly ace the opponent. Yeah, that's a fair bit of damage.
Damage?
I don't know, man. It's just. I think LCK is like
nothing.
It would be 0-0-0-0 instead of 0-0-3-3 5k gold lead situation.
Fight.
Leo pressed his arcane shift, flash, and heal buttons, and he was K. Now Dread is just running pretty aggressively into the enemy jungle. Bao in a lot of trouble. That's an optimistic teleport from Keen, or is it? Bao's really dead. Oh, Keen's put into the bouncy castle though and is taken down. Goodbye perfect game yet again. As the Gangplank does throw his life away. Now Destroy. Oh no. This is handbag territory right now. He's looking to taxi through onto Lehens, who is now in a host of trouble. Okay, I take it all back. Maybe, just maybe it's the turnaround. As Afreeca Freecs still liking their opportunities, but it's 4 versus 3. Leo needs to get some work done. That's a 2-man Shockwave, though. Beautiful stuff from Fly, who now wants to take down Pyosik. Destroy might be the consolation prize, and absolutely is. So, the wallets were very heavy. Afreeca certainly with a few whoopsies there in that little exchange, but they'll still get the Infernal Soul, and they're still on track to winning this game.
Every Afreeca fan just get on top, and that was also why... If I see how that works...
Oh, yeah. Okay, here's another fight. This might... Oh my goodness. Okay, well, goodbye bottom lane.
As I was saying, before I got ruined...
The items that Destroy has. completed. 2-0-2 just quietly for for Fly, sorry, as well. And the Baron is well and truly dead. Neutral objectives, certainly something that they've had a monopoly on, as Leo looking for Pyoshik here, who is just going to pounce past. Leo just missing a few of these, as the spear is not
to your 2-item spikes, then this is normally where this composition should really start to shine. Where the early game advantage that DRX have been able to build up kind
of.
Here is
Kingin's on some vision. Showstopper is going to get some space there as he goes golden, just to celebrate for a few moments and delay the inevitable.
That's a JoJo pose if I've ever seen one. Really appreciate that.
Feel with his inner turret now in the mid lane. This is a difficult game to talk about, isn't it? 7,000 gold is the lead, and it's not crazy.
How these compositions are designed to work, and normally this is where, like, as DRX, you're testing, is our lead big enough? Did we do enough to still win 5v5s with an amazing Kaiba composition? But here comes a possible flank.
Yeah, that's a flank. All 5 members of Afreeca are here, and Destroy's like, nope, 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 nope. Get me back out of here.
And they teleport to top lane.
No, okay, this is just like, I'll show you how to flank. It's once again Kingin flexing. He's flanking all the way to the very top of the map. And there's no more minions here, so the teleport was odd. We are looking for another turret as Destroy. Not going to be able to find that. That's 10 gold for Destroy. As Dread just wanders on forward. Troll Ward goes in, might be a little bit optimistic, but missed by a lot of the abilities. The Cannon Barrage goes down. Pyoshik soaking way too much damage, but Keen is immediately taken down. Destroy now in some trouble, though, as Leo just trying to fight this one out. Front to back, the double with the True Shot Barrage. Misses a few skill shots, but hits the one. Yeah, the spike is just revolting. 6-0-0 on this Ezreal, and they'll take down their second inhibitor. Feeling like a bit of a for-fun game for Keen, as that flash was absolutely necessary. Leo going to avoid the spear. That category in this particular game, Chronicler. I apologize.
You shouldn't.
Well, Keen is just going to take the Elder Drake by himself, as the rest of the Afreeca Freecs going to act as gatekeepers. And by rest of Afreeca Freecs, I think just Leo, who does throw a True Shot Barrage into the ether, but at least he's able to avoid a lot of these skill shots as well, and goodbye, Elder. That one's going to be collected. Goodbye, Nexus turret as well. As boys, come on, we could go grab a Baron, couldn't we? As there's a dredge line, depth charge come through as well. That's a lot of space gained by Leo, who goes golden. Kingin's in a bit of trouble here. Haymaker to try and keep himself alive, but it's not going to work. Destroy will be destroyed. It's a double kill for Fly, as now Dread looking to try and find someone to boop. Not quite able to. Chains of Corruption basically ignored here by the Udyr, who's pretty tanky, especially when he can get into that turtle stance. It's Shockwave onto a couple. Goodbye, Mr. Varus. His Fly is going to celebrate by dying to a fountain. And Afreeca Freecs will obliterate game 1.
What can you do after a game like...
Predicted Keen playing the Lucian there towards the top side of the map, something that he has caused a lot of ruckus on in the past, but Lucian really has been a mid laner for the, quite some time, right? Mark for the Kindred, it's triple buff and double scuttle, but Keen is going to face check this. Immediately, he's ignited as they're taking a lot of damage from the minions. The flash does come out as Keen's trying to get it back. He's down extraordinarily low. The snips out of range, and now Dread's here. Pyoshik's in a bit of trouble now as there's the flash. The Q will connect, and now Kingin is next on the menu. Oh my goodness, it was a gamble. Keen and Dread, and of course, Shelly will be popped down, and that is going to guarantee first turret blood over to Keen's Lucian, which, if you're a DRX fan, feels suboptimal. And Pyoshik over here will be able to trade that one for the Infernal Drake. So at least this time around, DRX, they're getting things back for themselves, right? As that's a second charge for Shelly. A lot of value there from her. Nice work.
Keen can do stuff. But in an even situation later in the game, Kingin goes in!
Yeah, looking for the needlework. Keen burning down to the ignite. Kingin running out of mana a little bit here, as Pyoshik looking to come on over the extra early game power that they have. Gromp is going to be the mark. You can see Pyoshik is on the top side. They'll get knowledge that Dread is bottom.
Even with the toppy spot, I'm pretty sure that he demolishes Fly in 1v1 because it's Gwen, right? Like,
yeah.
Orianna does a combo and then Gwen.
These days, kind of miss him. Not gonna lie. I like the sort of swirly riff.
That's such a nostalgia thing, right? Where you're like, when it was happening, like, oh, Cloud Soul again. And I really missed them.
Yeah, really missed them. 10
It's like,
seconds on this Ocean Drake.
That's interesting.
Okay. That's Chains of Corruption landing. And the Glacial Fissure is going to come through as well. Sonic Wave doesn't connect, but that's a lot of poke damage down onto DRX, and Pyosik especially, but he does still have Lamb's Respite. It looks like Afreeca getting closed in upon. As Becca goes in, Zenith Blade is there, Super Mega Death Rocket connects onto just Dread. As Keen is going to give Becca and Kingen a back massage. That's about all it is right here. And now it's DRX able to turn onto the 3 members of Afreeca Freecs. Afreeca now moving on over, not going to quite find the Shockwave as Lamb's Respite comes in. Pyosik gets the heal back, and Afreeca still finding it. Leo gets the empowered Q. And goodbye, Pyosik. Took a long time for a kill to actually come in there. The jostling for position was ridiculous, but Afreeca, they don't find the Drake, but they do find the kill.
It's a high risk.
I think this is the first time we've seen Nash's second here in the LCK. It was the thing that I really wanted first, is Bao taking so much damage here. As actually, we're also going to connect the Chains of Corruption. Becca has to break his stopwatch, but I don't even know whether it's going to be enough. Still taking so much damage, and Leo, just the tip is enough to take down the Leona. His namesake, really, when it comes to his champion pool. But thankfully, Lee Sin's come back.
Maybe he's just really good. Like, I haven't really considered that option.
Yep.
So many others.
No, but I feel like after Lee... Oh, okay. Kingen looking for Dread here. I feel like Dread came out ridiculous, as there's the kick. Okay. Sure. As mentioned, the Baron was on the cards, and therefore... Kingen's going to be able to get a free back here. So getting ran around the map here, and this is exactly what we were talking about.
Good.
DRX, you know, as ships in the night. Kingen knew that it wasn't the time yet. We'd only just ticked over as, okay, pop goes the Pyosik. Not even allowed to press his R button. Okay, no respite for you.
And this is where I guess the Dragon fight actually pays off, because now they don't lose soul point, they just lose, or sorry, they don't lose soul point.
To taking a Baron and being decisive, because if you're indecisive, Kingen does this, where he just takes your entire base. And now Afreeca, they have started it off. Are they going to commit is the question, as Kingen back into the fog of war. And Leo, of course, he's got his Edge of Night. He's actually feeling pretty comfortable here, as there's the turn. The teleport comes in from Kingen, though, so the punish is not going to be massive. Becca, though, gets tagged with the Q. He's going to get taken down. Dread does go gold, and the rest of the team wrapping around, though, as there's the kick flash. Bao picks up the kill with the flash, though, and there's the Shockwave. It's decent, but not quite enough, as Pyosik this time presses the R button. Lahens hanging out there in that Lamb's Respite to keep himself alive. And in the end, it is a 1-for-1. Jungler for support, though, and means that Baron pressure. Wonder if it's BIS or not, as there are a couple of little wardy things here. But the Baron has been started off yet again. Some vision available here, as we can see. As Becca and Kingen going on over, and there's a control ward in the pit now. It is going to be a 50-50, but it's won by Dread. No, it wasn't, in fact, because that was Kingen. The dive done in, so not able to get there was Pyosik.
Coming in here, they're all running towards the Drake pit.
Yep. And this Ocean Soul, like you mentioned, it's going to be really rough for Kingen to continue that split push as well. As there's the Chains of Corruption. Becca getting taken down so low. That's a last hit with a Shockwave, but I like it. Just skew the numbers in the next fight. 5 seconds until this Ocean Soul is available, and I think Afreeca may have cracked it.
I agree that repeated attempt at the Baron, the first one doesn't really work out, and this is the difference between this Afreeca and the Afreeca we saw last split. The consistency. They know with, and it's going to take a Hail Mary play from DRX, which they are setting up for.
Yep, Pyosik, he was spotted, but Afreeca are just going to wander towards the inhibitors. As you may expect, flies bottom lane, but he's got teleport. As Kane, he can dash 400 different times, and so of course
specific reference. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I've said that one a couple of times in my career.
I figured it was at the red
push. And taken down quite low. A possible opportunity here as Pyosik has to ult. Oh no, that's a lot of their power missing. Chains of Corruption have been put on cooldown though, and the culling's not available just yet. Kingen looking to take down Kane, but he has to move out of his circle, and it's a bit too dangerous. Fly cops some needlework, but of course Kingen can't proc the next one. It's too far away. This inhibitor down to 50%. Afreeca slowly but surely just trying to lock this one down, and DRX just look like they don't really know how to answer this. Just taking poke over and over again as Kingen will clear out vision, but that is not the same as actually flanking. DRX, I mean, yes, they have made sure that Afreeca have left. However, Afreeca managed.
Super excited at the prospect of there being another like legitimately super strong inconsistent team.
Dread could be in trouble, but no, flies there.
Easily.
And yeah, no issue there at all. Shockwave not going to be able to find the mark as Q connects onto Pyoshik. Doesn't have ult, remember, but survives for so long. The flash out and Dread's going to survive. You thought it was a whiff Shockwave, but in the end it's successful as Fly goes golden. There's the knockup from the Glacial Fissure. Solka uses his, but he is going to be taken down. Zonya's not enough. And DRX now limping towards their fountain. Keen, I think accidentally attacked a minion there, but Becca is just going to be given a free pass at this moment. It may not stop these Nexus turrets from just evaporating to the double 80 carries out of Afreeca. Keen gets slowed down, another circle is in place, but Keen's very keen on getting into it. There's the kick into the fountain for Bao, who's now trying to find some rockets, but it ain't going to work. And that will be Afreeca finding the 2-0 over DRX.
Afreeca